Hi.
Say hello. Yeah,
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
she's from France.
France.
Okay, I just met a friend from France the other day.
You from Canada? What
Yeah.
city of the Canada?
I came from Vancouver, so I'm a bit late.
Vancouver. Your
Yeah.
family background Asia?
Yes, so my
China,
parents
Korea?
are China.
What part of China?
Chinese, yeah.
What part of She just traveled in China.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, in October.
So it's visa free now.
Yeah.
I mean,
I went with school, so it was
okay,
easier.
nice.
Let me explain here. You've been to stand North Village?
Yeah, I've been
North
there.
Village,
The
and
Pukchon.
behind this the Pukchon, behind this the
Yeah.
palace, you know. Compared to the North Village, this area we call the West Village, and so North Village area relatively is in the high class and during Joseon Dynasty, even now almost same. And so high class and rich people and this live there. But relatively this area and low class, middle class people, this area they live there now. So we call the North Village and West Village. So this area, King Sejong, who fourth king, who invented Korean alphabet, he was born here, this area. King Sejong, this area, Sejong village, this area. And this area also, some of the traditional houses remain, but some places. So this area, and especially beautiful is the mountain, and many writer, poet, and painter in this area. So we explored there and the heritage.
Wondering what is this? Sorry, Moon? Mr. Moon?
Sir?
Sir, do you know what is this? I was looking at it. It's locked, and then
I don't know.
there are a bunch of them. It looks like
What's that?
Grantham.
I never seen before.
It might be something we sent. I don't know, like it's locked, so.
Like a post.
Sometimes you
box,
win, sometimes you learn.
You know, maybe.
I know. Because there are like more than 10 of them. Yeah,
really?
yeah.
Hansung.
So how do I call you? How do I
Nice
address
character.
you? Oh,
Nice character.
yeah. I think that's like a poem.
Hansung.
Chinese too.
Don't expect the
Do you read
mountain.
some Chinese?
And,
A little bit? I
I've
realized,
studied for one semester, so
what's your major? Can I ask?
Korean.
Oh, I see.
But I'm only a second year student, so
Hmm.
I don't know that much.
I think you're good.
You haven't earned me speaking.
I mean, I'm a bit fluent in Korean, but not like fully fluent yet.
I have studied too.
Okay, yeah. Oh, you already took the test.
Yeah,
Nice.
we had two at the University of France.
When did you come?
In Korea? 2 weeks ago, on the 20th.
here used to be on the pine tree, lace bark pine tree. Here used to be.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
It's a designated natural nationalist monument. But several decades ago, heavy storm and destroyed. And then the seed of the oldest tree, and now it's growing. Original one, that one.
Okay. So both of them are pine trees?
Yeah, it's kind of a pine tree, but when it gets oldest, maybe 8 years old, race bark is a turned white color, like this white color.
Nice.
So they people used to believe this and this pine tree and protected this area, this village. So regularly have a ceremony, but when before it was destroyed, so the national monument, so no longer is in the designated. So now, back then it was stand here and it's the designated. So one of the oldest woman is regularly have a ceremony. Yeah. They believe it's like what the God is the protector of this village area.
Yes.
Also, this area, one of the king, and there are many princes, even the prince and the princess, except in the crown princes. When they married, they must move out of the palace, and then it's one of the princes lived here, and then his stepbrother king is and suddenly died, and then he became a king, and before he ascended the throne, and he lived here. So the old houses, the princes lived before they became the king, and we regard one of their house and the residence is kind of the small palaces. Yes, to be. So this palaces here. So this one is very rare, but we have several. But nowadays is more. We can see the most this white, pine tree. When you turn it so.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So, yeah. So his daughter, the king is, the ascend the throne, and because his stepfather, the king, is died, and then he has a daughter. He had a daughter, but daughter had married, and then her husband also regarded one of the royal family, and daughter's husband is and because her father became a king, and then but he's very filled, but her husband died, only several years after they married. And then she missed so much her husband after her husband died. And then missing her husband, and she stopped to eat, and then her father is the king, and please, have some food, otherwise you start to death. But and later on and then it eats and then dies. So people and memorize, remember her, filial piety and respect to her husband, very loyal and faithful to her husband. So in her husband's hometown area, there is some monument to memorize, remember her and royalty and faithful of her husband. So King Sejong is born around here. So main square in front of the main palace, there is a square. There is two statues. One is the King Sejong, is the first king, and then the other one is the Admiral Lee. And King Sejong, and we have a 27 King Joseon dynasty, and he's the fourth king, and he's the first king who was born in Seoul. Before the previous king and the previous three king born in the North Korea Kaesong area. And so that's then the king said, we admire the 27 king, and out of them, most admire the king is the king said, we made great achievements. Another one is Admiral Lee. And the 15th century Japan invaded and the war lasted 7 years. And then he invented the turtle worship, and they expanded it. At the end of the war, so he was killed by the enemies shooting. And so two statues the most admired. So King Sejong. Okay, let's go. So, speak in English or speak explain that in Korean you can understand. Do I explain in Korean?
Not really, but I can try.
Can you buy this some items, goods in the store, and how much is it in Korean?
얼마예요?
And then it's, you can ask them, make a discount. How do you say the discount? Discount. 감사합니다. 깎아주세요. 깎아주세요. Discount. When you buy some the market and Namdaemun market, and you buy some bunch of, and then you can have discount. And they generate some discount. The market discount. Here used to be now it's in the pizza place. Japanese style houses. Japanese style houses, and then you made of the wood and glasses, Japanese style houses. Used to be a very notorious Japanese company, and they expropriated, taken they took the root, from Korea, and many of the grain and property, and then they taken to the Japan. During the colonial period and during Second World War, Korea had many people in the church different way, but the Korean people forced to donate, to give some of the grains, rices, and they shipped to Japan to be used in military food. So even though the Korean people, some of the church food is starving, but many bad things happen in this to the Koreans. Post-soldier, post-worker, and the sexual slaves. So there is this area, and like a dormitory, and one of the companies running by the Japan, and that company is rooted in many things is from the Koreans. So very notorious Japanese companies. So many their companies' employees live around here, and they built the Japanese style houses. Now we say the development is a bit terrace. The Japanese, even some places, especially some port cities, at the time it's a city, so justification, and so there is a custom, and some ports is the south, west, it's a trade, it's a port, many things that they ship from, possibly they take it to Korea and ship to Japan, and they use it for purposes to get food system.
No, I feel like the color is so nice.
All the style houses. This one is like a maze in the labyrinth and small back alleys. But many traditional houses, some of the village of the traditional houses now, they try to redevelop it, and then it's turned to the apartment. Apartment is, and so price is rising.
Okay,
so,
that's really
yeah.
expensive.
So many residents living in this style of houses, they planning to redevelopment, so turn to the apartment, expecting the housing prices going up.
아니 근데 이미 내가 여름에 되게 그게 요즘에 그거 상식으로 한다고 그 여자가 나한테
It's my first and another one tomorrow. Oh, I forgot the Seochon one. It's really nice. I'm going to it tomorrow.
해방촌 HBC.
Okay.
해방.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, there's a lot of history and the view is really nice.
You speak Chinese?
I can speak both Chinese and Korean mostly.
You speak Korean? Really?
그 어릴 때부터 한국 분들이랑 많이 같이 살아와서 그 전에 그
어디서?
호스트 패밀리가 한국 분이었어요. 왜냐면 부모님이 이민
누가?
갔다가 다시 다시
Say
중국으로
again,
갔어요.
한국 분이었다고요?
네, 호스트
누가?
패밀리.
Host family?
아니 그 부모님이 캐나다에 이민 갔다가
응.
다시 중국으로 갔어요. 그래서 저 혼자 거기서 자라오면서 그 호스트 패밀리 이런 사람 있잖아요. 그 집에서 같이 같이 뭐라고 해야 되지? Like foster, not foster, but like host family. 그분들이
Host
한국
family가 코리안이었다고요?
네,
Host
그리고
family.
친구들이 다
But
한국
your
분이었어요.
parents is
Chinese.
live in China now?
Yeah, but then like cause
So
they moved
you
back.
remain alone.
Yeah.
When you moved, your parents moved back. So
Yeah, correct.
you grew up with a Korean, like a Korean
Yeah, sometimes,
foster
because-
parents.
yeah. Yeah, so
Oh.
I spent a few summers with them, and then like like when I'm back from school, I have to stay somewhere, right? So I went there for staying, and then we speak some Korean, some
Speak
Chinese,
Korean
some
is good,
English.
Korean is- Korean is-
I mean, like
I dream forever I'd say some days.
I mean, like I
How,
learned
how
them,
long have you lived the Korean is the first Korean
but like
parents?
just 2 summers.
2 summers?
Yeah. 그래서
음.
학교에서 방학하면서 그 집으로 갔었어요.
So you live together is maybe 2 semesters?
Yeah, but I got a lot of Korean friends, and I learned basically from daily life. Like I basically learned just
But now so your parents are living in China?
yes, but then they go back and forth to Canada sometimes. We have a house there now.
That's why you are perfect bilingual. Bilingual, Chinese, Korean, and English.
Yeah, I wish I can learn Japanese, but Japanese is harder if you don't have friends from Japan. Yeah. I mean, I can read, because if you understand Chinese character, it's easier to read, but not necessarily speaking.
But they add their own is the language,
The
Hanok,
pronunciation. Yeah.
That's in the wall of the main palace. And behind the main palace, there is the blue house, pressure lanterns. 청와대. 청 means in the blue. 와 means look high look over the So new president is relocated, and then it's now it's political very turmoil, and now he's under custody, and then it's the impeachment is going on, and next is the final decision. It will be made whether uphold the impeachment or reject it. So political very uncertain. After final decision is sentenced, and then it's the more stable politically. And then new election and snap election will be expected, and within the 2 months after judgment. And then it's maybe new president is elected. New president is to move back to the blue houses. I'm not sure,
It's so complicated when I heard about the politics here. Yeah.
I know most of Chinese character,
Oh, nice.
all Chinese
Yeah,
characters.
you're very well educated.
but I don't speak that. But I know the Chinese classic in the Gongzhi, Gongju Confucianism.
Oh,
The
yeah,
founder
yeah.
of the Gongju.
I know, like,
The
yeah.
Chinese classic, analect, and scripture. I studied.
I heard back in Joseon Dynasty,
Yeah, yeah,
they,
Confucian, main
yeah,
ideology.
yeah, they use a lot of Confucianism as a basis.
Confucian is started 2,500 years ago. But such, especially in the emphasize, and the filial piety and the trust and each other, something like that. And so, all the gender especially, they believe in influenced by the Confucian.
It's really cool.
I like going to visit the little streets on the side.
No, the alleys are like very cute here. Like it's very different. You've been to China, but like the Chinese alleys are quite different from here. I
Yeah.
think it's nicer.
I've been to China only for 2 weeks, so I didn't have time to explore much. I visited
This
the
area
main
like a
places.
major of the labyrinths of the major
Wow,
business. Seochon.
so cool.
Yeah. This Changseong-dong, this is the village name.
Yeah.
Seochon, King Seochon. Chon is a village. Changseong-dong. Or, this one on the very flat stone use the heating, heating ondol system.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, put this this one and and the heat is goes under this in the flat is the stone and the warming in ondol system. This is flat stone.
It's really cute.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. There's a lot of like wall design details.
This one is the religious group is the religious groups is the village. This religious, it's the native religious in the created Koreans, and then the member of the religion is and they live in this area, and so there are members is not many. It's created by one of the native Koreans, the religious groups, but they're the villages, the name of these churches. China is very big country, and nowadays and emerging in the military economically
But
very powerful.
no, but I don't like the politics. They have no human rights here, and then you basically don't have like right to talk, or you don't have free speech here. So I was like, it's kind of weird
But
when
now
looking back.
they trade with many foreign
it's a big
countries,
power,
and,
but-
getting in some open societies and that's
Yeah.
gradually.
Hopefully.
But compared to the several decades ago, now is the more developed and the more
Yeah.
democratic, and so
It's more developed, but hopefully they can start be like more open-minded towards open
but
speech.
still,
and people's
some the problem
rights.
there's freedom.
Yeah.
But compared to the past and now is the more.
Yeah, it's much better than
better,
before,
yeah.
from what I heard from the parents.
So
But the problem
to
is
become
also
a world is a member,
Yeah.
or the international society, they must be open.
yeah. But the foundation of Chinese economy is mostly manufacturing. So it's very like low tech basis in the past. But now like when they want to develop more, they have to have people well educated, and then they have to like invest in high tech. That's what they are doing. But the thing is, like in China, it's so big, so it's very diverse. There's people with really well education, but there's people with no education.
Manpower now in China, the cheap labor cost
Yeah.
around 1980 and 1990 when many and they travel Koreans travel to China. China is maybe 20, 30 years behind Korea, but now it's catching.
So are there
Incentive.
they're giving funds to couples that's getting married, hoping that they will have children.
But still too expensive to have kids. Wow. Yeah, that's a problem. That's so sad because I wish like the culture can pass on, but then no children. Is there like
Many Korean women is working women don't like to sacrifice their career to take care of their children. So
see the
the
society has
concept
to
of
change.
the change is to change.
Yeah, or the society has to change. You can have a career, but you can also have a family. I was like hoping for that. Hopefully one day.
But the not easy
very
to
hard,
balance
yeah.
and the career and the child care. It's
Very hard,
It's
yeah.
a juggling. You see.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this area, one of the pro-Japanese, and he's a last prince's uncle and the pro-Japanese, And then, so after closed and support the Japanese government, he got this the grant is the money from Japanese government, also high title is the government title, and he built the big, the elegant is the houses in the Western style houses, and he lived here, and this is in the post, gate is in the entrance gate like this one.
Oh wow. They
Now
used
it's
to be
destroyed.
like that.
It's a French stylist houses, It used to be. Now in the later on the fire and went down, But he's very pro-Japanese, pro-Japanese, and after support to end is incorporate the annexation with the Japan, and the last king is to reject the signature, and so the pro-Japanese is the government official in the sign, and then by process, and then it's cooperate with Japan, and they live a rich life with the fund from the Japanese government, and the high government is forced on the title. This is one of the pro-Japanese houses. This area, big houses.
Okay.
It's houses like this.
Oh wow.
Western style.
Wow. It looks
Then
like a
it's,
palace.
Just a few in the Western style houses, but he's living.
It looks like rich families mentioned.
Yeah, mention exactly.
So some of the pro-Japanese are very, very poor is pro-Japanese, after liberated, and their descendants maybe never say this about their ancestor. Maybe some of them is not lived in Korea and immigrate to other country, So they don't want to expose their
family history.
the ancestors and the bad history about Japan. This is the stone, the big ledge.
Wow. It's so big. Exactly.
So you finished your study. You're working? What do you do?
I'm here. I finished exchange term and I study fine arts. So like I was doing a lot of media art and different mediums. I did some poetry last year. So yeah, so I was doing things here and there, but mostly in fine art. So like visual art and videos.
So here in Korea, even though they spend a lot of time, energy to study, they get into in the prestigious university, and then after graduate, it's not easy. Even the Seoul graduates, not easy to find a job.
Yeah, I heard they struggle a lot in finding.
Youth unemployment rate is rising. That's one of the houses now is some of the renovation over there. And we built around the 1920s, a colonial period. Architectural is the viewpoint is some valuable. And this one is in the pro-Japanese lived in this house. His second is wife's house is here. But the architectural viewpoint is some of the valuable. And then it's a Chungmuro station area. We have many 5 traditional houses, So nowadays, many traditional houses disappearing. So they relocate the Chungmuro station area, 5 typical in the traditional houses based on their social status, different furniture, different style. So this one is that they're supposed to relocate it, but this one's too old, And then it's the Chungmuro station, traditional house, it's a time capsule. That's the must-go place.
Oh, really?
And so, and then it's that's why they couldn't relocate, and then they reconstructed the peacefully is original of the 5 different houses. Chungmuro station area, just on the foot of the Namsan mountain. There's 5 traditional houses and the time capsule.
If I get off from Chonmulu, I can go there?
Yeah,
Wait,
anytime. Chungmuro station, line 3.
I've never been
Yeah, this line.
there. Yeah, I've been to Chonmulu, but I
Maybe
never go to the
several
time
stops,
capsule.
4 stops in
What is it called on that? Just Chonmulu
Hanok
station?
Mountain. Yeah, now Chungmuro station.
And, and there's a time capsule.
Yeah,
That's
time
decent.
capsule.
Have you been there? I might just mark it down on that.
Now it's one of the big social is the problem is the lowest birth rate. But when I was young and after Korean War, and totally that was the first country in the world, receiving countries. I vividly remember how was the miserable in those days after the Korean War. Totally, the big family, 8 or 9 children is very common, and man-oriented society. And parents have the baby until they have a boy to carry in the family, a patriarchal society.
That's good.
And so shortage of the food, elementary school is the whole education, and so shortage of the food. And so, and our
We should go.
government,
Sorry, I was looking at the time capsule. It's this one, right?
Time capsule.
Kwanjan. This?
yeah, Namsan,
Namsan.
yeah, Tamsik capsule.
Nice.
The big very safe is there.
Yeah.
And then it's,
Maybe if we change our contact later.
Yeah, I'll
you
send
send
it to you.
Thank you.
For sure.
yeah, time capsule is and then,
Yeah. But what you said about like having a son and carrying on the family, that still happens in China. It's quite crazy still, like this day.
now
still-
it's in the many,
Very crazy.
yeah, nowadays it's many parents, they want us in the daughter.
I heard from the other tour guide, and he said they want daughter because it's cheaper when they get married. If you have a son, you have to afford the house, you have to buy car, you have to buy so many stuff, and it's just
it's
way
like
too
depends
expensive.
on
many
the
things
family.
about
Yeah, no, I heard from the other tour guide. He was like, if you have a daughter, then you're more well off.
You just have to let her go.
Yeah, let them go, and and you have a really sweet daughter with you. Like they will always take care of you.
Yeah.
Like
They
guys,
married,
not
they
really.
still care that their parents.
Exactly.
If the boy married them, they interest in their own family.
Yeah,
They expect the money on your money.
yeah. And it's too expensive to buy houses these days. So it's like,
So anyway, it's too many children and the shortage of the food and no education. And so our government campaign, so regardless boys and girls, just to birth control campaign, they hand out contraceptives. Such a campaign efficiently works. Now it's the lowest birth rate. Our government campaign again, this time more baby, more baby.
Next conversation.
yeah.
Even though the medical students not apply the obstetrician and the pediatrics not apply this thing. And very popular sector, and plastic surgery.
That's what I heard. Yeah, plastic surgery and like dermatologist.
Radiologists,
Yeah.
anesthesia.
I heard from like the school, SNU's medical school, a lot of graduates, they graduated from family medicine and then they get into dermatologist just to get like their own office and earn like really good money.
Yeah. But nowadays, in the old sector of the society, even the lawyer, even the doctor, and it's produced too many. So they risk
I
that
see.
they
That's why they had to like,
practice, their own is clinics,
yeah.
So already it's many.
It's like there are more like supply than demands, I guess. Too much competitive.
Life is not easy.
All the houses are so nice. Yeah.
All this stuff.
That's a really
But
big-
young generation don't like to live this area or this village area because somewhat inconvenient to get to work.
Yeah. And also the
Some away
subway.
from the subway station.
Yeah, that's true. And it's like uphills.
Yeah, this one is retired people. They like it, this area.
Yeah, there's some big mansions.
It's peaceful, so
Yeah.
So many salarymen, they
Good
when
for
I
your
live,
health.
close to the subway station.
Yeah, exactly.
This is one of the nice trekking roads there. They link the made of the steel and some the fish. And then the wind blowing and very romantic place, just making sound. So there is a region is under the belly, so they attach the fish. So fish is known as they still is awake, still awake, even they died. They opened
really?
their eyes, So it means the Buddhist member is concentrated in meditation, not sleeping.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's so interesting. Do you have any plan afterwards?
I'm sorry. One of my friends is coming to join me after the end of the
Oh,
visit. She's going to join at 5.
so you have to head there. Okay. Then I'll just grab your number and send you
Yeah,
the places.
maybe we could do
'cause also-
something together.
Yeah.
Would be nice.
Yeah, and if I saw you like taking photos because I went to this film lab. They are doing like photo walks, so you can actually join them. I can send you their address, and then they have like English service as well. I think
Okay.
it will be nice for you to join them.
Okay.
You could try, but they host the like photo walks. I've been to two, and it's pretty cool. They give you cameras, like kind of film cameras. You can take photos with them, and then like the neighborhood and
Oh, yeah, really nice. Yeah. Actually, like, I have 2 Instagram accounts, one personal and one where I post something every day about Korea
oh,
to upgrade my family and friends. So I take a lot of pictures.
nice.
It's not a bit
Like France,
French.
yeah, like a bistro or something, a restaurant.
It's French for here.
Yeah,
And the bottles, the fountain.
I think so.
So Tiffany, you still have a touch with the Korean as the parent, lose the parent?
Yeah, I
So
still
neither-
contact them, like, yeah, but they,
Near? So you lived near your house?
not really, because I used to live in Toronto when I was staying with them, so like,
You lived in Toronto?
yeah,
How long?
for 4 years.
4 years?
And
many
then-
Korean is Toronto is the largest city in the
Yeah.
Canada.
So once I got into high school, I just moved to Vancouver. So like I spent more time with them when I was younger.
So, Toronto is a big city. Many Koreans live there.
Yeah, but very cold.
CN Tower,
Yeah, you've been there.
Yeah,
didn't you?
I've been there.
Yeah, nice. Cause yeah, so many people visit this days.
Toronto.
And Niagara Falls. I think almost
Niagara
everyone.
From the Niagara Falls in the Toronto is a beautiful in the maple trees,
Yeah.
Welcome in the autumn season,
Yeah, you know really well.
Once I drove in the New York area and all the Buffalo, Niagara
then you can
Falls,
drive
and the
down to
Toronto,
Vancouver.
and the
No,
1,000 Island.
Oh yeah, 1,000 Island.
I
It's so
took the
pretty.
cruise over there. And
Nice.
then it's Montreal, and then it's Quebec.
Wow, you already traveled all the east side.
East
I
side.
haven't
Yeah,
been
So
in
not
America.
west side. Never been.
I
It will
haven't
be
been
easy
to-
for you.
to Europe
They
already.
speak French in Montreal.
Yeah, my oldest brother went to
McGill.
Montreal to study engineering.
Maybe you should go
is,
to
you
McGill.
try to Montreal and Quebec, they speak French.
Yeah, but
French
actually it's very different because of the accents.
Accent.
Yeah.
Sometimes we
Okay.
can't understand Quebec people.
Because the
And
French that speak.
Canadian is the Prime Minister and the Trudeau.
Yeah.
He speaks the French, but some French people living in the
Cannot
Montreal,
understand.
his accent is very strange.
Yeah. I heard about that because my friend said like the accent of French in Montreal is almost like countryside French. Very old style, and it's like not easy.
I think like since they're immigrants from a long time ago, they
One of the,
same language.
as I
Yeah.
told you before we started our tour, is that
Yeah.
the Korean is a painter.
Hmm.
He lived in this area and grew up, and he painted many pictures, many his pieces, works, and the background of this area. So he was he died in the 1970, 17 something, the late 18th century.
Hmm.
The picture is here.
Okay.
This way, like an impressionist, like a common ground of the what I said, Sejan, something Sejan.
그거는
Sejan is like he painted in the young mountain in the Victoria, and then he painted this mountain. So he painted many things. His masterpiece very expensive. But he all his works and preserved by the Samsung is in the museum. This area used to be this apartment.
Oh.
Now it's they removed and restored.
Okay.
So now our government is invest a lot of money and that's the things we pass down in the future generation. So this one is and now it's making to be told and the historical and the document and the restored. So this one is the removed and the restored.
Okay.
But this is the nice places and the historically, traditionally, any painter, writer, poet, and this the theme of this.
Yeah, there's
Culture.
mountain and water.
Yeah.
Cool.
This area.
Yeah, I'll come back for a trail walking. It's just like
Many
on the track.
the artists and the French artists like Gauguin and then many very erratic life is that their life is very up and down and the divorced and they are very crazy man.
Yeah, really.
That's the way they produce the goodest masterpiece. Something.
Yeah, but they're crazy.
Yeah. Very tough life. The water comes down, the hill and the man is taking There is over the pavilion over there. And then and our ancestors in the beautiful landscape, they built some pavilion and they enjoy the singing and drawing and writing a poem. There is over there some pavilions. There is one of the king and it's very violent and then and Yan Sang-gun is very violent and then his stepbrother and his aides, and the revolution is like a little coup and then he became the king. And then but unfortunately his wife is related, some relatives with the former violent kings, the relatives. And then even though the new king, and then he loved his wife, is the queen, but his aides, and then removed his palace from the palace because to remove any what the things is and something bad is in the future because his wife is queen is the former king. So and even though he loves and king is his wife is he and expelled his wife and then his ex wife queen and after is expelled from the palace he lived this area. This area. So the king is whenever he missed his ex-wife is one of the pavilion in the palace and then went up there and see this area. So the ex-wife queen is heard this, the king is still missed her, and then she said, king is saying, Your Majesty, I still love you, and then to catch the king's attention, and this area, the stone, and he spread this and very skirts, colorful skirts. She used to wear and in the Shenxi's palace to catch them. And so since then, and one of the stone is a Scott stone, There is some legend story there. Yeah.
Wow. That's interesting.
So pavilion over
Out
there.
there. Ah, okay. Yeah. Nice.
The traditional house is turned to the 2 or 3 stories in the multiple stories the houses, and around 1980 and main traditional house turned to the multiple story houses, and the owner lived the first floor, top floor, and then lent out the rest of them and take the money. But now is those multiple story houses try to turn to the apartments. This area, many is the multiple story houses. So someday they expect to see the apartments.
That's very similar to Vancouver. Almost all the houses, like what you said, they will live on upstairs and they will rent out their basement and like the first floor. We still have lots of them, so it's like a small.
So Dongdaemun market